Single mom's heartwarming act, Bandages Billionaire's hand. 200 black cars arrived the next day. On a crisp autumn afternoon, Mia hustled through the local diner, her feet gliding over the worn linoleum floor. With two spirited kids and bills piling up like fallen leaves, she worked tirelessly, balancing plates of burgers and cups of coffee. She didn't just serve food, she served hope, teaching her children the value of hard work and humility amidst their struggles. Yet, as she wiped a bead of sweat from her brow, their lives were about to change in ways she couldn't imagine. Suddenly, a deafening crash shattered the diner's calm. Mia dropped her tray, instinctively sprinting toward the cacophony outside. There, on the tarmac, a sleek black car lay crumpled, its driver, Jack, the cold-hearted businessman, clutching his injured hand. As panic erupted around her, Mia dashed forward without a second thought. With a gentle touch, she wrapped her favorite scarf around his wound, her heart pounding with urgency. In this moment, she wasn't just a waitress, she was a lifeline. "Keep pressure on it," she urged, her voice steady despite the shivers running down her spine. Jack's arrogant demeanor flickered as he caught her gaze, a fleeting connection brandishing vulnerability. But soon his dismissive gaze returned. "What can you do?" he scoffed, oblivious to the kindness flooding from her heart. For Mia, the encounter was more than a bandage. It was the stark collision of their worlds, his wealth isolating him, and her humility binding her to life's toughest battles. Days turned into weeks, with mounting medical bills haunting Mia's family like shadows. She worked night after night, dreaming of her late grandmother's bakery, a legacy in jeopardy. Just as she considered closing its doors, fate intervened. An anonymous donation breathed life back into their dreams. Hope ignited within her, and she found solace in the warmth of a fresh start. But as smiles spread across her children's faces, an unsettling guilt simmered beneath. She prided herself on her grit and independence. Would she accept help from an unseen hand, especially one that might lead to a rich man like Jack? Before we continue, I need to let you know about something important that's happening. YouTube has been making changes to the system, and many people are losing notifications from channels they follow. If you're enjoying the content, hit that bell and mark all notifications so you don't miss the next videos. And if you can drop a like, it really helps me with reach. Seriously, it makes a difference. Oh, let me know in the comments where you're watching from. I'm always curious to know who's on the other side of the screen. Now, let's continue. Just when Mia thought things settled, her world spun with shock. The next day, 200 sleek black cars pulled into Maplewood. A chain reaction of whispers spread like wildfire. Jack had arrived, but not just for himself. As the shiny vehicles lined the block, murmurs echoed through the neighborhood. Questions, wonder, and skepticism mounted, stirring a mix of hope and anxiety. What was he here for? Was this merely a publicity stunt or something deeper? Mia stood at the forefront, feeling a storm brewing within her. The weight of her family's struggles surged through her like an electric current. As community members gathered, attention hung in the air. Could Jack's arrival mean genuine change or just another layer of inequality? The contrast of their worlds grew sharper as she held on to her beliefs, families lining up to witness this bold stand against economic injustice. Mia was at a crossroads, a battle of pride and compassion swirling within her heart. Would empathy bridge the divide, or would it simply deepen the cracks? As the crowd buzzed with anxious anticipation, she felt the surge of a new journey dawning ahead, urging her to seek answers she never knew she needed. Mia's heart raced as the sleek cars lining the street gleamed like polished jewels beneath the autumn sun. The rollout felt surreal. People gathered, whispering and pointing, their eyes wide with excitement and skepticism. Jack stepped from one of the vehicles, his presence a polarizing force. As the crowd drew closer, her thoughts spiraled. What did he want? What could this possibly mean for her and her family? Is he giving away money? A woman beside her spoke up, voice sharp with hope, yet edged with cynicism. Or just trying to play hero? Mia felt her stomach churn. Not knowing whether to join the excitement or stand back, she took a deep breath. She had seen too many promises made and broken in her life. Community events often turned into empty gestures. Yet part of her wanted to believe that perhaps, just for once, this could be different. Jack began to address the crowd, his voice booming with authority. "Thank you for coming. Today, we're here to talk about opportunities, to build bridges, not walls." He gestured toward a nearby empty lot, suggesting it would soon be transformed into a community center. People leaned in, intrigued, exchanging whispers of potential. Mia's heart flickered. A community center? Could this finally be what they needed? But then he continued, "I want to invest in you, the people of Maplewood. It's time for change." But he paused dramatically, holding the crowd in suspense. Change requires sacrifice. Mia's brow furrowed. Sacrifice? What did he mean by that? The crowd stood in rapt attention, but she could sense the shift in energy. Beneath the surface excitement lay an undertow of hesitation. Was Jack truly offering help or setting the stage for something more insidious? The crowd exploded with mixed reactions, some clapping eagerly while others shouted out doubts. Mia shuffled back a bit, her mind racing. She caught snippets of conversations, the word money sparking fervor among those who'd gathered. But they'd also grown weary of false hope. Jack's eyes swept the crowd, landing on Mia. He seemed to recognize her. A faint flicker of memory danced between them. There was a moment, a lifetime ago in that diner, when she had held his gaze and offered kindness. Now the distance felt insurmountable. She could almost hear his thoughts. Was she sighing in relief or bracing for impact? "Are you really prepared to ask for our sacrifice?" she called out, her voice steady among the uproar. The crowd hushed, surprised by her boldness. To what end? You might offer money, but you take away our autonomy. Silence fell, everyone feeling the weight of her words. Jack's expression hardened, a flash of defensiveness crossing his face. "This is about partnership. Together, we can revitalize this place." Mia shook her head, heart racing. "You can't just swoop in with your fancy cars and expect us to jump on board without knowing what's in it for you." A murmur ran through the crowd, voices rising and falling in agreement. People were beginning to question the motives behind Jack's grand resurrection plan. The tension felt electric, both thrilling and terrifying. The moment shifted. Eyes turned expectantly from Mia to Jack, each looking for answers, each searching for clarity in a time riddled with confusion. Jack's demeanor wavered, and for just an instant, even amidst the bravado, she glimpsed uncertainty. Mia's revelation hit her hard. Change was never easy. It required honesty, depth, connection. This could be a turning point for her community, but only if they approached it as equals, not just as beneficiaries. "What will it really mean if we say yes?" she whispered to herself, knowing deep down that the answer would dictate her family's future. Just then, Jack, visibly shaken, gestured toward her. "What if I promised to show you?" A ripple of anticipation surged through the crowd. What did he want to reveal? Mia's heart raced with both dread and intrigue. She felt the tremors of a decision looming just beyond the horizon. But as the echo of that moment resolved, another thought gripped her. What truths lay buried beneath Jack's polished surface, and would they uncover something that could either heal or tear them apart? The answer was just within reach, yet still so uncertain. Would she dare step forward, or would she hold back, letting fear win again? Mia felt her breath hitch in her throat. Jack's words hung in the air, electrifying and heavy. The crowd responded with murmurs, some eager for revelation, others skeptical. For a moment, the world tilted on its axis. She stood on the precipice of a choice that could domino through her life and the lives of so many others. "Show us, then," someone shouted from the back. It was a challenge, one that resonated through the crowd like a rallying cry. Mia's eyes found Jack's again. He swallowed hard, and she saw a flicker of the boy she once knew, a boy who shared fries and dreams in that cramped diner. But the man before her now was different, cloaked in power and masked in confidence, vulnerable. "I will show you," he replied, his voice steadier now, regaining control. "But I need your trust. Just give me a chance to prove it." "What kind of trust?" Mia stepped forward, driven more by instinct than strategy. "Trust that won't come with strings? Trust that won't unravel when the first challenge hits?" "I promise," Jack began, but the weight in his voice came with uncertainty. "This isn't about just me, it's about us." A quiet fell like a curtain, the onlookers caught between wanting change and fearing it. Mia felt the chorus of their heartbeats. She was not alone. Her community was on a knife's edge, desperate for hope but wary of betrayal. Jack took a step forward, closing the gap between them. If there was a time for truth, it was now. "Let me invite you to the table. Let's talk openly, together. No fine print, no hidden motives." The crowd shifted as a collective breath was taken, glancing at Mia. Would she be their voice today? The pressure surged through her, an opportunity wrapped in fear. "What do you really want, Jack?" she pressed, wanting to peel back the layers. His gaze softened, revealing a glimpse of vulnerability. "I want to give back. I want to create something meaningful here, to revitalize our home. But I can't do it without you. I'm asking for your partnership, not your servitude." Mia searched his eyes, weighing her options like lives in the balance. The concept of partnership felt foreign to her, yet there was a flicker of something more, a chance to reclaim their narrative. "And if your idea fails, what happens then?" "I'll be right here," he promised, voice unwavering, "and I'll take full responsibility, whatever that means." For the first time, a glimmer of belief sparked in the crowd. Some began nodding, others murmuring that maybe, just maybe, this time could be different. The thought struck Mia heavily. Could they risk it as a community? "All right," she relented, moving closer, feeling the crowd pull her in. "We'll hear you out, but don't take our hope and twist it for your gain. We're done with broken promises." Jack nodded thoughtfully. "You have my word, and I'll start by showing you the plans we've drafted for the community center." Curiosity rippled through the crowd, igniting a fire. Jack began to outline his vision, and as he spoke, Mia watched the shift in energy around her, faces lighting up with renewed hope, a community awakening to the possibilities that lay before them. But deep within her, a question lingered like an unwelcome shadow. Could Jack's promises withstand the truth of their collective struggles? Just then, a sudden commotion broke through, a convoy of black cars rolling in from the distance. The crowd's excitement turned to confusion and curiosity, whispers swirling like leaves in the wind. What now? What did this mean for them? Mia turned, her heartbeat quickening again as she looked to Jack. "What's happening?" Stepped back, his expression shifting from inspiration to alarm as the cars came to a halt. "I didn't arrange this," he confessed, concern etching his features. A door opened and a figure emerged, someone Mia didn't recognize. As they made their way towards the heart of the crowd, tension gripped the air. Who were they? What were they bringing with them? Mia's stomach dropped, anxiety intertwining with curiosity. The answers felt closer than ever, but so did the uncertainty. This moment had just shifted dramatically, and she could only wonder how it would change everything from this point on. Would the arrival of this unknown guest clear the clouds or darken the skies even further? The crowd held its breath, a collective inhale as the mystery figure stepped closer. With each stride, Mia could feel the atmosphere tightening, almost palpable, as if the ground itself was bracing for impact. The person, tall and confident, approached, dressed sharply in a tailored suit that screamed authority. Mia squinted, trying to make sense of the sudden shift. Who were they? They didn't belong here, not in this moment, laced with hope and vulnerability. As the figure reached Jack and Mia, the crowd buzzed with questions. It felt like the air had thickened, each whisper amplifying the tension. "Do you know them?" Mia asked, glancing sideways at Jack, who stood there, a mixture of anxiety and determination shadowing his features. No, I've never seen them before," Jack admitted, unease flickering in his eyes. "But something tells me they're not here for a casual chat." The figure finally came to a stop in front of them. A pair of piercing blue eyes scanned the crowd, and as they locked onto Jack's, something in the atmosphere changed. Mia noticed the chairman's eyebrows furrow, a silent war raging within the unknown figure. "Jack Mallory," the figure spoke, their voice deep and commanding, cutting through the noise of murmurs surrounding them. "We need to talk, now." Jack's expression shifted from surprise to something more calculated, as if he were evaluating a sudden threat. "What is this about?" he asked, keeping his tone firm. The figure rolled their shoulders, squared their stance. "This is about more than you can imagine. We represent interests in this area, and there are complications with your little community project." Mia felt anger stir within her. "This is our community, not a pawn in some corporate game," she instinctively shot back, heart racing with an edge of defiance. The figure turned their attention to Mia, their cool gaze locking onto her. "I assure you, nothing personal, but your community center, it's a gamble we can't overlook. There are forces at play that you're unaware of. You'll need to tread carefully." The weight of their words hung heavily in the air. People started shifting uneasily, exchanging glances, uncertainty mounting alongside their previous excitement. Mia's instincts screamed at her to protect her home, to defend the flickering hope that Jack had ignited. "Who are these forces?" she asked.
"What do they want?" "That's not for you to worry about," the figure said, the hint of a smirk playing on their lips. "All I'm saying is, don't get ahead of yourselves. You may not have the luxury of time." Jack stepped forward, grounding himself between Mia and the figure. "You can't intimidate us. We're ready for a real change. Our community will not bow down to threats," he declared, voice steady and strong. The tension spiked as the crowd rallied behind Jack, a chorus of murmurs rising in agreement. But fear slithered along the edges of their resolve. What was this unknown power? And what did they mean by time running out? "Just understand this," the figure warned, their voice dropping an octave, taking on a menacing edge. "You're playing with fire, and fires can burn unexpectedly out of control. Don't say I didn't warn you." With that, the figure turned on her heel, walking back toward the convoy. The black cars loomed, a dark reminder of the shadows they'd just stepped into. The crowd exhaled, but the relief was tinged with dread. Jack faced Mia, uncertainty clouding his features as he stepped back into the circle of their people. "I didn't know this was coming," he whispered, his voice barely carrying over the distant hum of the convoy's idling engines. "And that's the real problem, Jack," Mia replied, heart pounding against her ribs. "We need to know what we're up against." As the tension lifted momentarily, another question began to surface in Mia's mind. What if they were already too late? With the stakes rising higher, could they truly protect their community from unseen enemies lurking just beyond the horizon? Jack met her gaze, and in that moment she saw a shared understanding, a determination to uncover the truth no matter the cost. As the cars rolled away, the weight of uncertainty settled heavily upon them, but Mia knew one thing: the battle was just beginning. As the last of the black cars disappeared around the corner, a hush fell over the crowd. Mia's heart raced, each beat drumming a rhythm of worry against her ribs. She turned to Jack, searching his face for answers that seemed to elude them both. "Did you see how they looked at you?" Mia asked, the breath catching in her throat. "Like they knew something we don't." Jack ran a hand through his hair, frustration evident in his clenched jaw. "I don't like this. They should have announced themselves. We deserve to know who's trying to muscle in on our project. We fought for this." Mia nodded, feeling the collective weight of the crowd's uneasy energy. They had come here full of hope, ready to celebrate a new beginning, and now doubt loomed like a storm cloud, threatening to dampen their dreams. "Let's gather everyone," she proposed, her voice stronger than she felt. "We need a plan." "Good idea," Jack agreed, his eyes meeting hers with a spark of resolve. "We can't let this go unanswered." Mia moved among the crowd, rallying their community. Faces she recognized, people who had supported each other through thick and thin, looked back at her with worry. They shared fears and murmurs as she took her place beside Jack again, determined to channel their anxiety into something actionable. "Listen up," she called, raising her voice above the din. "We've faced challenges before. This isn't just about a community center. It's about keeping our villages, our homes intact. If they threaten one of us, they threaten all of us." A ripple of agreement spread through the crowd. Familiar faces nodded, whispers of solidarity threading through the assembly. They were resilient, forged in the fires of hardship, and Mia could feel the embers of their collective spirit igniting. Jack stepped forward to address the crowd, his presence steady and grounding. "We stand together or we fall apart. We need to find out who that figure was and what they want, but we also need to prepare for anything. This means being united." "Unity!" a voice called from the back. It was Pete, the local mechanic, his call sparking a chorus of affirmatives. Mia felt a swell of pride wash over her, a warmth surging through the freezing unease that had gripped her heart. The power of community was back on display. Together, these people could face anything, even the uncertainty looming above them. "Let's break into groups," Jack suggested. "Research who has interests here. Scour the news, social media, anything we can find. We need to learn about whoever that was and the forces they mentioned." Loud murmurs of agreement flooded the air, and Mia darted glances around, encouraging smiles and a renewed sense of purpose. The fire of connectedness burned bright. But beneath it, fear persisted, a shadow that threatened to pull them back into despair. Just as the chatter began to escalate into action, Mia's phone buzzed violently in her pocket. She pulled it out, the screen lighting up with a text message that made her breath catch in her throat. "Meet me at the old library. I have information about the interests keeping an eye on your community center." "Who's that from?" Jack asked, noticing her change in demeanor. I don't know," she stammered, eyes wide. "But it sounds serious." "Do you think we should go?" he urged, peering over her shoulder at the screen. Mia felt a knot of hesitation in her stomach. What if it's a trap? Jack grasped her arm. "We won't go alone. If we're going to face whatever's out there, we need to do it together." Mia nodded, determination hardening her resolve. She couldn't let fear dictate her choices. With an impulse fueled by love for her community, she felt the spark of hope begin to flicker back to life. "All right," she said, her voice steadying, "let's go to the library." As they started to organize, another thought clawed at Mia's mind. Who was behind the message? And would revealing the truth propel them into a fight they might not be ready for? With anticipation bubbling beneath her skin, she felt the roads of uncertainty widening before them, filled with potential paths, each fraught with danger.
But she knew one thing for sure: the next step would reveal if they were prepared to battle the real forces at play. Mia and Jack made their way through the quiet streets, a flashlight guiding their way as shadows danced with the flickering light. The night felt thicker than usual, a heavy blanket smothering any sounds of life around them. As they approached the old library, its silhouette loomed tall against the inky sky, a fortress of forgotten knowledge holding secrets they were unprepared to unearth. "Do you think we're doing the right thing?" Mia whispered, barely making a sound as they stepped onto the creaky wooden porch. She could feel the weight of Jack's hand clutching her shoulder, both a comfort and a reminder of the stakes involved. "Someone reached out for a reason. We can't let fear keep us from finding the truth," he replied, scanning the dimly lit windows. Mia nodded, but doubt still gnawed at her. The library had stood abandoned for years, the townsfolk using it less and less as their lives became more digital. Yet it was here, among the dusty bookshelves and heavy silence, that they would either uncover a lifeline or plunge deeper into uncertainty. Pushing open the door, it groaned in protest, echoing through the empty space. Dust motes floated serenely in the pale moonlight that streamed through the tall arched windows. The air smelled stale, filled with musty leaves and faded pages, an inviting yet eerie combination. "Hello?" Mia called out, her voice trembling slightly. "We're here." A figure emerged from the shadows at the far end of the main room, stepping into the light. It was a woman, perhaps in her mid-40s, with a nervous smile. She wore a worn leather jacket, and her hair fell freely, speckled with hints of gray. "I'm glad you came," the woman said, her voice tremulous yet steady. "I thought you might ignore my message." "Who are you?" Jack asked, taking a cautious step closer. "Names don't matter as much as information," she replied, glancing around as if afraid someone might overhear them. "What I have is not only about the community center, it's about something much larger than your little project." "Larger?" Mia felt the weight. "The interests watching you, they're watching all of us, and it's serious." Mia's heart raced again, this time for a different reason. "What do you mean?" The woman stepped forward, revealing a small device in her hand. "I've been collecting data. There are plans in motion to demolish this place and turn the land into a commercial complex. It's not just about you anymore. This is about a fight for our homes and livelihoods." Jack's expression hardened. "Who's behind this?" "Investors. Powerful ones, the kind that don't care about people like us," the woman replied, urgency lacing her tone. "I dug deep, but I need your help. Alone, I can only get so far." "What do you want us to do?" Mia asked, fire igniting within her. "You'll need to rally the community, gather as much information as you can, and confront these people directly. But it would be best to prepare. They won't take kindly to resistance." Mia exchanged glances with Jack, the resolve growing in her chest. In that moment, she felt the stirring of defiance. They weren't just fighting for a community center. They were fighting for their homes, their way of life. "I'll do whatever it takes," Mia said, determination spilling from her. "We all will." As they began strategizing, the door creaked open behind them, and a chill swept through the room. Jack's eyes widened as he turned to face the newcomer. "Looks like you're not the only ones interested in secrets tonight," a voice called out, laced with an unsettling familiarity that sent shivers down Mia's spine. With hearts pounding, they exchanged worried looks, knowing deep down that their lives were about to change forever. The real battle was just beginning, and there was no turning back. Would they uncover the truth in time, or would they become casualties in a war they never anticipated? The figure stepped fully into the dim light, revealing a tall man with an intense glare, heavy shoulders draped in dark clothing. Lee. The name echoed in Mia's thoughts, an unwelcome reminder of the tension that had been building between the community and those with money to spend. "What do you want, Lee?" Jack demanded, his voice steady but laced with tension. "I came to find out how far you two are willing to go.
Lee replied, a smirk forming on his lips. "You're playing with fire, and I'm not sure you understand the heat." Mia's heart dropped. They had heard the rumors, whispers of Lee's involvement with the investors looking to bulldoze their beloved library. Was this confrontation the moment everything would shift under their feet? "Leave us alone. We won't let you destroy this place," Mia shot back, her defiance surprising even herself. "You think this is just about the library?" Lee stepped closer, menace in his gaze. "It's about real estate, big money. You're fighting a losing battle. Do you think your rallies will change anything? People won't stand by and let you take what's rightfully theirs," Jack responded, fists clenching. For a moment, the room buzzed with an electric silence. Mia felt the weight of the moment rest on her shoulders. This wasn't just about the library anymore. It was a rallying point, a symbol of their fight against those who thought they could simply sweep away their lives for profit. "Good luck," Lee said, turning to walk away, chuckling softly. "You'll need it. The clock is ticking." As Mia and Jack watched him retreat into the
shadows, a wave of uncertainty washed over them. "What now?" Mia whispered. "We need a plan," Jack replied, determination evident in his eyes. "We can't do this alone. First, we gather evidence of what Lee and those investors are trying to do. Then we bring everyone together, neighbors, friends, anyone who cares about this place." Mia felt a flame spark inside her. "We need to convince them that their voices matter. If we can get people riled up, if we can show them we're strong together." Jack nodded, his expression shifting from worry to resolve. "Right, and if we reach out to our online community, maybe we can spread the word further. We can use social media to shine a light on this." Mia took a deep breath, conjuring the courage bubbling within her. "I'll post about the meeting at the old library. We'll confirm the details and gather everyone we can. No one can be left out of this." As they huddled together, whispering plans, the air felt charged with purpose. They were on the brink of something monumental. Just as they began to elaborate on their ideas, a soft thudding sound interrupted them. A paper airplane descending from the upper shelves, landing just at Mia's feet. Curious, she picked it up and opened it. Her heart raced as she read the hastily scrawled message inside. "For the truth to emerge, you need to decide whom to trust. Not everyone is who they seem." She exchanged worried glances with Jack, the doubt curling tightly at the edges of her thoughts. "What does this mean?" she pondered aloud, feeling the weight of the warning. The night outside felt even darker now, a storm brewing within and outside the library walls. Who could be trusted in this impending battle? Mia's mind raced with questions, and the stakes felt higher than ever. Little did they know, the game was just beginning, and the forces arrayed against them were more powerful than they could imagine. Would they be able to protect their home, or would they be pushed to the edge of an impossible choice? Mia stood there, paper airplane trembling in her hands. The dim light of the library cast long shadows, making the moment feel even heavier. Questions swirled in her mind. Who had sent that message? What did it mean for her and Jack? "We need to talk to everyone we can," she finally said, the fire in her belly refusing to burn out. Jack nodded, worry etched on his face. "But we should be careful. If there's someone we can't trust, we need to figure that out fast." They made their way outside, the crisp night air wrapping around them like a blanket. The streets were quieter than usual, the only sound coming from leaves rustling in the breeze. It was as if the whole world held its breath, waiting for what would come next. "We should start with the usual suspects, Tom and Lisa. They've been active in the community for years," Jack suggested, his voice firm. Mia agreed. "And we need to create something that really hits home. Maybe a flyer that details what we've heard, what's at stake here." As they walked, Mia couldn't shake off the feeling of being watched. It was lingering at the edge of her mind, an unsettling sensation that closed in around her. "Jack, do you ever think about how many people will show up at the meeting? What if they don't take this seriously?" "They will. We just need to find the right way to present it," he replied. determination strong in his voice. "This means something to them. We just have to make them feel it." With the first steps taken, they made their way to Tom's house. As they approached, the warm glow from inside spilled out, inviting and warm. They knocked, and Tom swung the door open, his expression shifting from curiosity to concern when he saw the urgency on their faces. "Mia, Jack, what's going on?" Tom asked, stepping aside to let them in. The cozy living room welcomed them with the smell of freshly baked cookies. "Tom, we need your help," Mia said, glancing around to make sure they were alone. "It's about the library. Lee's involved, and we think there's more going on than anyone realizes." Tom's brow furrowed. "More? You mean the library threat, right?" "Yes, but it's bigger than just the library," Jack interjected. "It's the whole community, and it's happening soon. We need to rally everyone, get them to see how serious this is." "What can I do?" Tom asked, his concern palpable. Mia felt a rush of relief. This was a start. "Can we count on you to help spread the word? We need to gather evidence, tell everyone about the meeting." They spent the next hour in deep discussion, formulating plans and ideas. Tom's enthusiasm ignited a sense of hope in Mia's heart. Little by little, they began to understand the power of their words and ideas. As they exited, Mia glanced up at the night sky, stars shimmering above them. It felt like a good omen. But as they walked back toward the library, unease crept back into her mind. What if Lee had eyes everywhere? Who else might be involved in this conspiracy, threatening their home? Just then, Jack's phone buzzed in his pocket, jolting her back to reality. He pulled it out, and his expression changed from anticipation to caution. "Mia, it's from Lisa. She wants to meet tonight, says she has something important to share about the investors." Mia's heart raced. What does she know? They shared a look filled with anxiety but also determination. Time was running out. They had to uncover the truth, no matter what it took. "Let's go," Jack said, his voice steadier than she felt. As they headed into the night, Mia realized that discovering who to trust might be the hardest part of all. Would Lisa have answers, or could she be hiding something? A storm seemed to be brewing in the air, and this was just the beginning. Would they be ready for what lay ahead? Mia and Jack hurried down the dimly lit street, their footsteps echoing in the stillness of the night. Each stride felt heavier, the weight of uncertainty pressing down on them. The air was thick with tension, each breath a reminder that they were on the brink of something significant. They needed answers, and Lisa might be the key. "Do you think she really has something?" Mia asked, her brow furrowed in thought. "I mean, how does she fit into all this?" Jack kept his eyes ahead, his jaw clenching slightly. "She's been pushing for transparency about the investors for weeks. If she knows anything, it could change everything." The library loomed closer, its facade stark against the night sky. The towering structure felt like a fortress, but beneath the surface, it harbored secrets that Mia felt aching to uncover. As they approached, Mia reached for the door, her palms sweaty against the cool metal handle. What if she's too scared to say anything? "We won't let fear silence us." Jack's voice was steady, his determination fueling her resolve. Together, they pushed through the door, footsteps muffled by the carpeted interior. Lisa stood near the reference desk, her figure illuminated by a lone lamp. She looked up, her eyes lighting with recognition, but her expression quickly shifted to one of concern. "You came. I didn't think you would." "Of course we did," Mia said, a tremor of urgency in her voice. "You mentioned having information about the investors. We need to know more." Lisa nodded, her features tightening. "I've heard whispers, things I shouldn't have. People are nervous. Some are backing out of donations. Others are questioning the whole project." "What do you mean?" Jack asked, leaning closer, eager to catch every word. "There's talk that the funds are linked to more than just renovations. It's about control, about what the library will become." Lisa's voice dropped, echoing her concern.
I think some want to buy it off and turn it into something commercial. Mia felt her stomach drop. You're saying they want to privatize the library? Lisa glanced at the door, ensuring they were alone before continuing. Exactly. I've seen the proposals floating around, but it's all very underhanded. The community deserves to know, but I'm scared. Scared of what? Jack pressed. Scared of Lee, Lisa admitted, her voice barely above a whisper. You have no idea how powerful he is. If he finds out someone's talking, who knows what he could do? A shiver crawled up Mia's spine. The urgency of their mission intensified. This wasn't just about the library anymore. It was about standing up against a force that thrived in shadows. We can't let fear win, Mia said, feeling a spark ignite within her. We have to fight. We need evidence to share with the community, something undeniable. Lisa hesitated, then nodded slowly. I might have something. Old emails, documents. I'll have to dig them up. Then do it, Jack urged. Time is running out. If we wait too long, it'll be too late to act. Lisa looked at them, her fear mingling with newfound determination. Okay, I'll send whatever I can find. But be careful, please. If Lee's eyes are everywhere, it might not just be the library that's at stake. They left the library, an unspoken bond forming between the three of them. As they stepped back outside, the full moon illuminated the path ahead. Mia turned to Jack, heart pounding. Do you think she'll find what we need? Jack's eyes mirrored her worry and hope. We have to believe she will. Otherwise, we might lose everything we've been fighting for. As they walked away, Mia's mind was racing. Questions buzzed in her head, and with each step, the urgency swelled. What other secrets might Lisa uncover? Suddenly, the sound of an engine roared in the distance, echoing through the night. A fleet of black SUVs rounded the corner, headlights cutting through the darkness. Mia's heart raced. Who were they? Jack, she whispered, her breath hitching in her throat. The mystery was thickening, and they were right in the middle of it. Would they be able to find the answers they needed before it was too late? Mia's heart raced as the black SUVs drew closer, ominous and deliberate. Shadows shifted around her, darkness playing tricks on her mind. Anxiety surged as she exchanged a glance with Jack, fear mirrored in his eyes. What do we do? She whispered, her voice tight, barely audible over the rumbling engines. We stay calm, he replied, determination lacing his tone. We can't let them see us panic. The SUVs rolled to a halt just down the street, like silent harbingers of trouble. Doors opened, and several figures stepped out, clad in suits that mirrored authority and intimidation. Lee strolled out from one of the vehicles, a smug grin plastered on his face. Right on time! This gets interesting, he shouted, theatrically scanning the area to ensure everyone noticed him. What do they want? Mia's question caught in her throat, anxiety morphing into urgency. Let's find out, Jack said, determination shining through the tension in his voice. He took a step forward, leading Mia as the people around them shifted restlessly, drawn to the unfolding drama. Hope you're all awake for what's coming, Lee taunted, addressing the crowd that had gathered, igniting murmurs of concern. Don't let the local gossip make you think you have a say. Sometimes it's better to let the big dogs handle business. Mia felt something hot rise in her chest. This is a community, not your playground, she called out, her voice steady, shaking her fists down by her sides. Courage surged through her, carried by the warmth of those gathered around. They needed to see someone push back. Lee smirked, clearly amused. Oh, so the waitress thinks she's a fighter now? Don't you see the bigger picture? This isn't just a game for you. Maybe not. Jack stepped beside her, anger boiling in his veins. But it's our lives, our homes. You don't have the right to take anything from us without a fight. Mia's heart soared as the crowd leaned closer, a powerful swell of shared anger filling the air. They had each other.
This was no longer about her or Jack alone. This was about the entire community uniting against an inequitable force. As Lee waved his hand dismissively, a glint of steel flashed from behind him. A burly figure with a stern stance stepped forward, exuding a palpable threat. You all know how this ends. Don't be foolish. Wise decisions often reserve peace. Sudden dread washed over Mia. What does that even mean? She spat, her voice shaky but fierce. It means, Lee interjected with a sharp tongue, that if you don't follow the plans put forth, you'll find yourself with nothing left to stand on. And then it hit her. All the pieces of the puzzle collided into one revealing picture. This wasn't just about the community center or the library. This was about their lives, their homes being sacrificed for greed and control. They weren't merely fighting for a project. They were fighting to keep their identity intact. "We reject your threats," Mia finally shouted, her spirit ignited. "We are here to defend our community, and we won't let you or anyone else take it away." Her voice rang boldly, echoing off the surrounding structures, and the crowd visibly rallied behind her. "Do you even realize who you're clashing with?" one of Lee's associates snarled, his fists clenched at his sides. "But we are many," Jack declared, stepping forward, his presence commanding. "And that makes us unstoppable. We stand united. The only thing you'll achieve is revealing your own weakness." A murmur cascaded through the crowd, echoing the determined spirit they all shared. It felt like the air had thickened with resolve, a bond forged in the face of adversity. They were ready to fight for what mattered. Mia felt the power swell within her, every fear overshadowed by the collective strength of their voices. The crowd began chanting, a rhythm rising organically and filling the streets. "We will not be moved. We will not back down." Lee's eyes narrowed, realizing he was losing control of the situation. "You think this is a game? You're messing with forces you don't understand." But even he could perceive the energy turning against him. "We're not afraid of your threats," Mia boomed, boldly meeting his glare, heart pounding but steady. "We won't let fear control our path. Our homes matter more than your profits." With that, she reached for Jack's hand. They shared an electrifying glance, a silent vow exchanged between them to keep fighting to protect this community together. "Very well," Lee sneered, his arrogance visibly shaken. "We will see how long you can resist the tide." He motioned his companions to return to the SUVs, his demeanor flipping from confident to frustrated. But just as they turned to leave, the crowd evolved into a single entity, a wall of strength. "We're not done," Jack shouted, amplifying the enthusiasm. "Let's take our fight to the next level. We'll invite the press. We'll notify everyone in town. We want our community center, and you can't silence our voices." As the last of the black SUVs drove off, the cheers from the still-gathered crowd surged like a wave. Empowerment fueled Mia's heart, transcending any feelings of doubt that had settled moments earlier. "Let's meet at the library tomorrow morning," Mia shouted, excitement bubbling in her chest. "We'll gather our ideas and start informing everyone. We're in this together. We're going to reclaim our future." And with that, unity solidified. This would be their turning point. They would stand strong, refusing to let greed invade their homes and hearts. In that moment, beneath the bright stars of the night sky, hope blossomed. Time was no longer a foe. It was a push forward, propelling them into the daylight. They had been quiet for too long, and now they would rise as one, fueled by purpose, faith, and an unwavering commitment to each other. Tomorrow was the dawn of a new beginning, and they would be ready, together. If you believe in this community and in the power of voices coming together, it's time to take action. You need to subscribe immediately to our channel to not miss the next exclusive stories. Leave a like now to feed the algorithm because your support matters. Comment below your reactions and feelings about this transformation and share this video instantly with at least 5 friends who need to see this inspiring fight for a better tomorrow. Don't wait, not even one more second, to spread the word. Your community is counting on you.